back now with new developments in the case of former Macomb County Prosecutor Eric Smith.
He is already on probation in a federal obstruction of justice case, and today he learned his sentence for state crimes. Smith received a $25,000 fine and 4 years probation in a case stemming from the misuse of taxpayer money.
Smith pled guilty to all these charges, but as 7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig shows us, Smith still maintains that he didn't use public dollars to line his own pockets.
I was surprised by what former Macomb County Prosecutor Eric Smith told us after court because it was very different from what he told the judge.
I'd like to take this opportunity to apologize to the good people of Macomb County who placed their faith in me.
This afternoon, Eric Smith also apologized to his former staff at the Macomb County Prosecutor's Office and his family, and he sounded remorseful.
I apologize for spending his drunk driving forfeiture funds as I did and is well documented. There's no excuse. I was the boss and should have ensured that proper spending was done and should not have committed these crimes.
But outside of court, Smith did not admit to doing anything wrong, only saying he could have handled some things better.
We gave money to churches that were fighting drug abuse, fighting homelessness, fighting domestic violence. I got prosecuted for that.
The former Macomb County prosecutor pled guilty to misconduct in office, tampering with evidence, and conspiracy to commit forgery. The Michigan Attorney General's office says Smith treated forfeiture accounts like his personal slush fund.
He conspired to forge documents.
Macomb County Executive Mark Hackle called for the investigation into inappropriate use of forfeiture funds, and investigators say they found Smith used money for office parties, gifts for staffers, and a security system for his own home.
As a public official, you have no sense of entitlement to anything other than the paycheck that you get working on behalf of the public. If you do something like this, there are going to be consequences.
I'm being prosecuted for trying to prevent crime. And it drives me crazy. And then you could say,
why take a plea?
Why take a plea? Exactly. Well, let me tell you why I take a plea. This has been hanging over my head and my family's head for 5 years.
Today, Oakland County Judge Nancy Grant followed along the lines of the plea agreement and gave Smith a sentence that includes 4 years probation and $25,000 in restitution. Smith said he took a plea to avoid the high cost of a trial and get on with his life.
I'm doing construction right now. So for 27 years, I sat behind a desk. Now I get to, yesterday I tore down drywall. Last week I was changing light fixtures. So, yeah, I'm kind of handy at that stuff, so I'm getting able to do this sort of thing, which is such a nice thing to do.
In Pontiac, Kimberly Craig, 7 Action News.